Boom, 30 seconds. Just that quick, 30 seconds goes by fast. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, January 18th already, 2022. Welcome to Free Thinkers, another episode of your favorite online talk show with some of the best conversationalists that there are around. Free Thinkers. I got a lot to talk about today, too, because I had COVID all fucking week long. I was waiting for that look. At least I'm saying it was. I'm saying now, finally, it may have been COVID, right? Smack says I'm in denial. He goes, "No, you definitely had COVID," and I'm like, I don't know. Last Tuesday, like mid-show, I just started tanking, and it just went from there. So I feel super drained, but it's been a week since our last show. It's been a week since I have felt like a normal human being. Well, I don't usually feel normal, but like a normal functioning human being. So it'll be interesting. Maybe have a little bit of that conversation today. But we have a cool topic tonight. We talked about this last week before we finished up the show, that we would just get into an episode of Would You Rather. So nothing in particular, just a whole bunch of random thoughts, kind of a game of would you rather scenarios. But before we get started on that, of course, want to make sure that I say thank you to everybody who continues to support the page. Those who are over on YouTube, thank you for joining us over on our YouTube channel. It's Free Thinkers Worldwide. If you haven't hit the subscribe button over there yet, please do. Follow us over on the YouTube channel, and of course we will certainly follow you back. We support anybody who supports us, and we've had a slow build since every Tuesday show. So for those of you guys who mosey on over there and hit that subscribe button, big shout out to those that do. Of course, our Facebook page always is where the group discussions are generally held at. So it is beneficial to like both sides. The conversations happen on Facebook, and then our lives happen over on the YouTube channel. So go on over to the YouTube channel, Free Thinkers Worldwide, hit the subscribe button. If you turn on the notification bell, then you'll get the notifications every time we set up a live, so you won't miss these. And you don't have to watch them live. If I know a lot, we have a lot of friends who work nights, and so they're unable to chime into the live stream because they are at work. So you're always welcome to listen live, and then of course you can listen anytime we're done recording. I listen quite a few times after the show is over, so you can watch it the next day, so on and so forth. You can go to our YouTube channel and check out any of our videos, hit play on any of those, and so again, you don't have to be interactive, but you can certainly support us by watching our shows that we've already done. Obviously, not all of them are uploaded to our YouTube channel, but you can certainly go through the Facebook page and find tons and tons of Free Thinkers conversations. There are tons on there that Q has from well before we were ever on StreamYard. So lots of stuff that probably has no title, so there's no idea what the topic is until you just hit play and you start listening to it. You're like, holy crap. We've got a lot of other conversations on our Facebook page where we have much bigger group discussions, so sometimes we have really big panel of people, and sometimes we just have a couple of us on there. But lots of good information on both pages. But again, like we've been saying every week, we are trying to push folks over to our YouTube channel so that eventually, if we have to get off of Facebook one day, it's just easy to migrate over there. Lots of people are going back to Facebook jail and algorithms, and just like I noticed this week, our viewership on last week's video was super low. So, shit happens with algorithms. But here nor there, both pages. Facebook is Free Thinkers, of course, and then the YouTube channel is brain fart, Free Thinkers Worldwide. And of course, as always, you don't have to be engaged in the entire conversation, but it does help out to join early in the conversation, so that way you're caught up, and you don't have to spend time trying to figure out what are they talking about. If you want to get in tonight's conversation, you can go to the Free Thinkers group page, and at the very top, the announcement is pinned, and it's got the StreamYard link for tonight. Again, every Tuesday night, the link changes. It is not the same every week. So you do have to have a new StreamYard link every single week. So if you're interested in getting into the conversation tonight and playing the Would You Rather game with us, then go click on the StreamYard link, copy, paste, whatever you got to do. It'll bring you into here, and then we'll pull you on live. If you're not interested in getting into the conversation live, that's cool. You can interact with us in the comment section. I've got it streaming to my page, to the Freethinkers page, and then to the YouTube channel. So all of those 3 comments areas should pull onto our comments here. We should be able to see them. So hopefully that's the case. And with all Tuesday nights, we do have, adult conversations. So like last week, I put some trigger warnings up because I think after we had some discussions, it could have easily been some triggers for some folks. So do be prepared. You're going to hear some adult topics and adult words and, adult conversation. So today, who knows what the hell we're going to talk about? Because Would You Rather could be a lot of interesting things. Let's see. We got Matt joining us. Let me pull him into the conversation. What's up, Matt? Do we have Matrix going on tonight?
Do you see?
No. Well, all we see is black. But you're there. I see like
witness protection now.
No shit. He is definitely witness protection.
Oh, we need the little thing for his voice to
muffle his voice out.
My bedroom light is so bright.
Yeah, you're just like pitch black. All we see is like your ceiling. But we're glad that you joined us. It's been a minute since we've had you on here. There you go. I mean, you just can't see you at all.
That's good.
Well, not really. We want to see who we're talking to.
I got the big hair today.
Yeah, the big hair. There. Oh, we can see. So much better. So much better. See, we don't ask for a whole lot. Damn it. We just want to see your face. That's all.
I got the Wolverine cut going on.
No, it looks good. It looks good. I mean, hell, y'all got snow. You got to stay warm. Shoot.
Did you see his high school picture on Facebook?
I don't know if I did or not.
Funny.
I don't know if I did or not. I don't think I did.
I think you posted it. If not, somebody posted it.
Oh, Lord. Did you have a bunch of hair?
It's probably sexy.
Probably was. That's what it was. That's why Q noticed it.
Right.
He looked like
that's what it was.
He looked like Chandler from Friends.
Oh wow, Chandler Bing. He had the how you doing thing going on, huh? That's funny. How you been? Been a minute since you've been on here.
I'm good.
Good. You got some questions ready for tonight? Some scenarios?
Nope.
You're supposed to have 3 scenarios. You don't listen.
I am.
Huh?
I'm about to flip this phone over and charge it.
Mm-hmm. So 3 different scenarios of Would You Rather, and then we can like everything else, we'll just discuss just different scenarios. Would you rather not? Like you said last week, Q. No breaking it down. It's yellow and blue is maybe green. No, it's a yes or no. It's an answer one or the other. It's not ambiguous. Like straight to the point. So be curious. I don't know how many scenarios you got there, Q, but I've got like a whole front and back page worth of just different ideas because I wasn't sure how many people were going to show up tonight.
Yeah,
never know.
Anything? I completely forgot. I was like, oh yeah, that's what we were doing.
Jeez Louise. And it's funny because I thought about putting the event together last night, just because and reminding people, but I didn't. I waited till today, so I guess maybe I should have done so last night. But oh well, we'll make it work. You got some scenarios?
I'm quick on my feet, so
good. Well, I'll quit running my mouth. I don't really have a whole too much to say. Certainly, just like I said, follow us over on the YouTube channel and join us on the Facebook page, just so that you can get the gist of the conversations. Matt, I was saying in the very beginning, I think I had COVID. I think COVID hit my house last week. Started like Tuesday. Before we started Tuesday, like I felt like just like super tired before the show started, and I was like, man, what the hell's going on? And all through the show, like I just kept more and more and more and more tired. By the time the show was over, I had on sweatpants and a hoodie and socks, and I was freezing, and I had chills, and I couldn't get warm. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get sick. Like, I never get sick. I don't know if I had a fever because my thermometer was broken, and I didn't get a fever until my son a couple days later felt like he had a fever. So I laid in bed. I told the kids to come to my door. I was like, y'all, I think it happened. I was like, stay out. But by that point, everybody had already been exposed. So, I mean, I think I got a pretty mild version, realistically. Never went into my chest or breathing or anything like that. That was my biggest concern this whole entire fucking time, was just getting into my raggedy lungs, and then possibly my diabetic son getting it, and still have no clue where it came from because I don't go anywhere. They don't go to school. Like, I was at the office for a couple hours last Saturday, and I was at the grocery store Friday, but literally other than that, I don't go anywhere. My house is like Fort Knox. Nobody
we had
can
that
come
conversation,
here.
Nikki. I was like, at this point, you can get it from just not doing anything.
I mean, and
that was a conversation we had last week.
And I really felt like it's just not possible. Like, if you don't go anywhere, you're not exposed to anything. But that shit came from somewhere, and whether it came on my groceries or I have no clue. Nobody in this house. I don't know. Like, that's the only place I was at the grocery store in my office for just a short time on Saturday. By Tuesday, I was out of there.
That's all you need. HEB is like worse than the club.
Did I go to? Yeah, I did go to this. Well, I went Friday night. It was like nobody there. I went at late before I go late before. I go late so nobody else is at the grocery store. Like, had my fucking mask on. Yeah, I know. And I thought about that. Had my mask on, like, did all the things that you can really do to be proactive, and, and hopefully, all my vitamins and herby hippy dippy shit, is one of the reasons why my body, didn't get hit as bad as some other people did. But then my son got it a couple days later. My son had 102, 103 fever for about 24 hours, and then it was over. And then my diabetic son, about 2 days after that, started kind of looking like, you're not doing so well. But his numbers were good. His ketones were good. And then he took a nap and woke up, and the shit was over. So, like, I'm still tired, super, super drained. Like, it doesn't take much, like, to literally kick my ass. I'm very, very tired. I've got this weird rash. I don't know, like, if there's a COVID rash or like I
say COVID rash.
No, I looked up COVID rash earlier today, but it was like related to like the vaccine, and I ain't got that, but like, my chest broke out, my back broke out, my tongue is like super fucking irritated. Like, I've been eating lemons like for days and days and days. So, like, I don't know if that's just the, immune system response to the virus or something, but I'm like, I don't think I've known anybody who's mentioned having like a weird COVID, like, hives or rash or anything. But that's probably my biggest complaint, is just my chest is on fire with this fucking rash and just super duper tired. But I'm bummed out, man. Like, I think I made the entire time without having COVID, man. And, still I'm not going to do anything different. I'm not going out. I'm not running around. We're still on lockdown. Kids are not going back to school. Like, no fucking way. But it's crazy how many people are like, I don't go anywhere, and I got it too, so it's a trip, man. I was like, oh, this will be fun to talk about, because I never thought it wasn't real at all. Like, that's the one thing I do acknowledge, is that it's absolutely real. It's the rest of the bullshit I don't fall for.
I work in a K through 8 school, and I'm generally junior high, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Last week, one of the TAs, he's an older guy, he just went and got tested. He's been vaccinated and everything, I guess, but he went and got tested, and just because I guess he had a grandson coming over or coming in town, and he's like, I just want to, go get tested to make sure. Positive. Well, he's a TA. He's a TA who goes to like 4 different rooms during the day.
Oh, wow.
And it's in a class with all these kids. So they basically, because of him, they canceled like all of junior high.
Oh
like
my gosh.
on remote learning.
Wow.
7th and 8th, and he came back today.
Damn. How
It's
long did they
going
cancel school for?
to the 24th. Like
Damn.
going to a different school on the 24th. Like I'm leaving the school I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole other issue.
Mm.
You know, my junior high kids love me and I love them, and I don't even have a chance to tell them I'm leaving or anything. So by the time they come back, I'm gonna be gone.
Oh wow. Yeah, we've got so much closures happening here, but Texas, well, I can't speak for all school districts, but most of the school districts in Central Texas, in the Austin area anyways, they canceled all of the virtual learning options. And, that pissed me off because I do realize that obviously that wasn't a good format for all kids, but there are a ton of kids and a ton of teachers who really enjoy that platform and who certainly benefited from that platform. We are one of those people, even without COVID. My diabetic kid, I was looking at his report card today because I've got to find him a new fucking school. But I was looking at his report card today, and like when we were in school, the number of absences and tardies he had was fucking ridiculous. His virtual attendance, fucking not a single absence, not a single tardy. Because there are days if he wakes up and he doesn't feel well, I don't make him go to school. It takes him a while for his body to get back to normal and numbers get under control. And if his muscles are swollen and he doesn't feel well, I'm not making him go to school. So there was just so many reasons why a virtual option for those that wanted to do it was a great option. And of course, it all boils down to money. Texas was like, well, I think they get 30%. Whatever dollar amount they would get for kids being in the seat, they only get 30% of that if they're virtual. So of course the schools are like, fuck that, let's open up these schools. All these kids can get these vaccines now. They're totally safe because the vaccine's going to stop everybody from getting infected. So let's go chalk all these kids back in these buildings. And now you've got most of these school districts have not enough teachers. Like a school district right around the corner from us had to cancel all of their entire bus transportation because there's not enough fucking bus drivers to get these kids to school. They're literally telling parents, if you have a degree, come be a sub. Like there's not enough teachers in these schools right now to even provide a curriculum. You've got situations where these kids are in these buildings and you have people who are just like walking into the class and saying, oh, okay, well, y'all are in here, you got your tablets, okay, have a good day. Like there's literally no learning happening. So they should have left virtual an option. And now a lot of these school districts are having to go back at the table and have this conversation again. They never should have fucking took it off. They should have left virtual an option. And they didn't. And it's definitely it's been a challenge for us because I'm not sending mine back. And somebody was like, well, now that you had COVID, like now you can send your kids. No, this shit is not over. Like, and thank God if it was COVID, it was a very mild case of. Like we don't know what's coming up next. We don't know what the next variant is going to be in these schools, and the schools are fucking petri dishes right now. Like it's I don't know. And there's so much misinformation going out. The things that they said, now they're double backing on their words, and it's just, I don't know. It's a trip. My sister's family had it the week of New Year's Eve. We didn't see them at all. Like her fiance was in the hospital for a week with COVID pneumonia, so he got it really fucking bad. And then we just got maybe a really light version. I didn't get tested. Somebody's like, you need to go get tested. For what? I'm not going to go fucking get tested to tell me that I don't feel well. I already know I don't feel well. I need to stay home and rest and drink water. Take my vitamins and rest.
I got to get tested every week.
Oh, my God.
But
we have such...
It's like the spit test. They give you like a little vial with this little funnel on it. You just, what I do is I take and put like a mint up here in my jaw to keep my salivary glands going. And I can knock it out in a minute.
Wow.
The first time I went, my mouth was dry. I was there forever.
Damn. Every week. I mean, I guess at least you don't have to stick it up your nose, which that makes no sense to me. If COVID is airborne, why are we jamming our brains with these Q-tips trying to get a swab? Like it should totally work with saliva, But I haven't taken any. I've never taken a test. I don't want to take a test. Like I'm like, no, I knew I needed to just rest. Whatever had got a hold of my body last week said you need to go lay down. And that's I have not left my room for like a week. It's been like the shittiest week ever. What's up, Stokely? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Good. We just running our mouth a little bit before we get started.
I had that shit too.
Did you last week?
What? No, about 3 weeks.
I was like, damn, did we get it from the show?
Okay, I'm thinking critical thinkers and gave me some shit. No,
man,
I just came home like really, really tired one day.
Yes.
And I was like, man. And Sonia says, "Ooh, go on in and take one of them tests." So I took a test. And that joker came back positive. I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
And, I'd already been vaccinated. But like I said, all I felt was tired. And so I took another test the same night just to see. I was like, this is crazy.
Right. Because sometimes the tests are totally faulty.
Right. And lo and behold, it came back positive too. So,
Damn.
Of course, she threw all your boys' shit out in the hallway.
Oh, no.
And so I had to go down the hall to the spare room, turn the TV on. I couldn't come in the room unless I was just taking a shower, So we did that. And then I was in the room for 4 days before she came and checked on me. And then she said, no, wait another 36 hours and take another test. So really, I was out like 6 days and then tested negative. And,
you did test negative.
Yeah. And luckily, we just had the test. She had bought a bunch of tests and she had been wiping everything down, and I couldn't go in the kitchen, couldn't go, anywhere. Just locked in that room. Yeah. So it was bad, but I felt fine, Yeah. And had I not been more tired than I normally am, I probably wouldn't even have taken a test. I was just thinking like I just need some rest. That's how mild it was. And
see, this for me is like a whole nother level of tired. Like I remember people complaining about that in the beginning. They're like, "Oh my God!" Like walking to the bathroom, like I have no energy. Like it was the day. So we had show Tuesday, Wednesday. I was out of there Wednesday. So I think it was Thursday. I finally was like, I need to take a fucking shower. And I could not stand in the fucking shower. Like I got in the shower and I just washed my hair, so I didn't have to do that, thankfully. But I stood in the shower and I was like, oh my God, I don't even have energy to stand up and like wash myself. I just sit down in the shower just to get through the shower.
Come on,
and even now, just like the minuscule things like doing a basket of laundry, I was like, oh my God, I need to go sit down. I'm so freaking tired. That's the part that I think bothers me the most. And that's how I knew something was, more than just a little bit, because then the headache, I had an excruciating headache that first night. Like even still, like the top of my scalp is a little bit tender. So it's just weird shit. But,
go ahead.
Good,
I'm sorry. No, I was going to say, other than the sleepiness, and then I got in the shower because Sonia buys this sea salt, seaweed, something another, body gel or shower gel stuff. And you can smell it and strong. Like even when you get out the shower, the bathroom smells. And I couldn't smell any of that shit. That's when I said, oh shit, I got that shit.
See, I didn't have loss of sense of smell or taste. That didn't happen. And I was like, because I was kind of waiting for like that to kick in, but it didn't. So being that you're vaccinated, like, did you really kind of feel like it's not going to happen, or were you just kind of like, well, maybe like,
I don't think I had that thought. I think what I was thinking was, no, I don't have it. Like I said, it wasn't like I was just like drooping over, falling over, sleepy, tired. It was just I know my body, and I know like, okay, well, I just need to lay down. I've been ripping and running and going and playing golf and working and doing all the stuff around the house and all this other stuff. So it wasn't like I was just overly exhausted. I just felt more tired than I had, and I didn't even realize that I couldn't smell. Until I got in the shower.
Right.
So, but now looking back on it, I'm like, well, I don't know if this is true to be the case, but shit, I don't know what it would have been like had I not been vaccinated. I don't know,
Right. Well, and that's the thing. Nobody does. Nobody would, I know I didn't have it. I don't think as bad as, I didn't have it nowhere near as bad as it could have been, but and I'm not vaccinated, but and if this was the COVID that I was going to get, I'd rather take this than the fucking vaccine. And that's, of course, just my personal opinion. But,
yeah. I mean, I got a friend of mine, Daniel, down in Austin. I may have mentioned him before. Daniel's a big dude. Daniel's probably 6'3", 285, 290. Well, he was before he got COVID. Now he's about 160.
Oh my gosh! I wish I'd have lost that much weight.
And now he's walking.
I hope my scale had gone down a little bit.
I mean, had I not been able to taste, hopefully I'd have dropped a few pounds too. Shoot.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Damn
Just
it.
don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, now it's like a lot of my vaccinated friends have tested positive lately. So people are just like, what the fuck, and now they're pushing the booster shot. And like, I just read something earlier today that said Apple's requiring their employees to show their vaccine booster proof. And I'm like,
really?
So I just wonder, at what point are people going to be like, okay, I did the first, I did the second, like, what the fuck? Like, when is enough going to be enough?
I mean, I don't know. Like, and I've said this before, I err on the side of caution, and I don't know whether or not the vaccination is the caution side or catching the shit and just dealing with it. I don't know.
Right.
But I know I'm thankful that I didn't have it like my boy Daniel had it, because he's got like and when you go from being he's lost over 100 pounds, literally over 100 pounds. And so his body is just emaciated and he looks terrible. And, he walking with a walker, not a cane, but a whole walker with tennis balls on the bottom of that bitch. And he's 47, in bad shape, man. So, I'm thankful I'm knocking on wood, but
I mean, and reality is, I still see almost every day somebody who's posting about somebody who's passed away from COVID. I mean, so we know that it's there. I wish that regardless of whether people were vaccinated or not, that they would take this more serious and quit being in the fucking street 24/7, acting like, oh, this thing is over, or just because I've got the vaccine that I'm not going to be a carrier, or because I've gotten it, like I'm not going to be a carrier. Like, they just canceled the MLK Day parade, but we're going to have South by Southwest in March.
But get this, I mean, they got all the playoff games going on.
They're going to have the playoffs in the Super Bowl.
But that's the thing is money. They're not going to miss no money on this shit.
No.
They give you a free vaccination.
Did you see that that the CDC just recommended that all sports and band be ceased like up through May or some shit, and I was like, oh, Texas is not going to do
Nobody's gonna
that.
do it. That's past. They ain't doing it.
That ain't gonna
you just can't go back on what you already undid. Like, it's been a shit show from day one, and but it's crazy to see people who just act like this shit ain't still going around from person to person. Like, yes, it is.
What gets me is we have senators and Congress people as a whole. They're sending their kids to private schools, and masks are mandated in these private schools, and in public schools they're not. And so somebody asked one of these Congress people to send their kid to the public school, and the congressman all but said, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
I mean, basically, that's what he said on radio. I was like, I ain't sending my kid to a public school.
Yeah.
But
even then you got the debate about whether the masks do shit anyways. Right. I mean, I just watched a video last night of somebody who is triple masked up, and as they're breathing, you got all kind of shit coming out the sides. So it's like crazy. The mask, I think the mask makes us feel better. But does it really? Does it do anything? Is it actually fucking working or not?
They don't have a mandate for schools there for masks?
No, Governor Abbott is like, we don't care what the fucking government requires. Texas ain't got to follow none of that.
I wish they just wheel his bitch ass off a cliff in that wheelchair quick.
I do too, 99% of the time. But I am grateful to be in Texas right now, because he is allowing people to choose. He's not, he's not making businesses be required to do what the government is saying do.
I think this is just another thing for me. I've rarely agreed with Abbott. Not to get off on a political tangent, but he always seems as though he's, him and DeSantis, they're the same person. DeSantis is a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? He's
reckless, in my opinion. He seems ignorant. He seems ignorant.
I was going to say Trumpish, but that's
me too, and that kind of makes me feel that way about him.
It's kind of like he just don't give a damn, and he'll tell you he don't give a damn. So Abbott, at least halfway, kind of seems like he cares about both sides on this issue, but it is what it is. Shit, if we all die tomorrow, hell, I did what I could do.
Well, and that's and I'm okay with my actions too. Like I said, I don't go anywhere. Like we still take this thing extra serious. But it fucking got its way into my house somehow, and I don't know how, but it got over here.
Here's another thing: is my I had it a few weeks back. My mother was supposed to have surgery the other day. By the way, just my little warriors. Y'all ain't got to pray. If you ain't a praying person, don't worry about it. But my mom, they found a little 1/8 of an inch cancer on her lung. So she's supposed to have surgery last week, and she tested positive right before going into surgery. They had her going under and everything, and then they were like, "Yeah, we can't do this."
What?
Yeah, and that was last week, so they postponed it till the 25th.
Jeez.
So
well, of course we'll keep
everywhere.
her in our thoughts.
It's everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere. But
it is, and I just didn't want to go. I didn't want to go to the hospital. Like I don't want to do none of that, none of those things. And obviously, if it got bad, I would have. And I was kind of worried the first night, wondering, waking up the next morning if it was going to move into my chest and get into my raggedy ass lungs. So you didn't have shortness of
breath or anything like that?
No, and I have horrible asthma, so I was so grateful that it didn't turn into any of that. No. Nope.
Well, that's good. Good for you.
Nope. Been sucking down my vitamins like faithful. But I have ever since this thing started, hopefully being marginally healthy, I believe, helped my body fight that shit off. But it's just, it's crazy to see every single day. Like one of my girlfriends, she posts today, she's like, I made it for 2 years. She goes, and it hit my house. She's like, what do I do with these body spasms? She's like, my muscles hurt so bad, Man. So it's just, I don't know. Interesting, interesting. And I'm just grateful that it wasn't too bad, but it's just like every day something changes, it's every
hour. It's basically by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, they'll have some new shit on this. Watch. I promise you. So.
Well, and then some of the rules that they've put into play, they've changed those, I don't know. I'm not over it, because I do, kind of enjoy the conspiracy aspect, of course, to this thing. So watching it is interesting to me, but it's, I've said this, all along, like this is the new normal. We're not going back to the way things were. So people have got to get out of this mentality.
Kind of sucks for me. It kind of sucks because if shit don't change, I'm not going to Iowa. Obviously, and then they had 14 inches of snow today. So I'm just like, and my thing is to get on an airplane, and of course they make you wear the mask on the airplane and shit, but motherfuckers, I don't know. I always seem to sit by the nastiest motherfucker on earth.
the coughing, sneezing,
oh my God.
Finger in the nose person. And those people are so out there, but people are traveling though. The airports are full. People are acting like
If I could sit next to Mr. Clean, I'd be all right. But I know that ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna sit next to the filthiest human.
Oh no! Damn it!
So.
Yeah, Q was saying when they were in LA, a couple weeks ago, he was like, you literally had to show your vaccine passport to go into any establishment, and I was like, so different here.
Go to Denny's if you ain't have your people's getting turned away from Denny's.
Really?
That's so crazy to me. So crazy to me. My sister and them are in Chicago, and they just started enforcing the vaccine mandates. There too, having to show your vaccine ID card to go into any mall or museum or movie theaters, restaurants, shit like that too. So it's a trip because Texas is so wide open, like no
And these
requirements
motherfuckers
whatsoever.
I'm telling you, people don't care in Texas. It's. I got my boy, another friend of mine. He died actually, Billy Priest, one of my golfing buddies, and I didn't realize it until something popped up on my Facebook page, before I was in jail, and it was a memory page his wife had set up for him.
Oh wow!
And that's how I found out he'd been dead a year. I ain't know.
Oh no!
I just was like, I thought he was mad at me because he's a Trump supporter and I'm not. So I thought he was just mad at your boy because I be talking Trump out.
Right.
Man, I ain't talking to my boy Billy Priest in a minute. And next thing I know, yeah. So
damn.
yeah.
I mean, it's happening, and I don't know. All right. So
what's the topic tonight?
Would you rather? So we were supposed to come with, 3 or more would you rather scenarios. Of just whatever, So I've ran my mouth quite a bit. Q, you wanna start us off here? You wanna kickstart this? Would you rather? Did you think of some scenarios?
Sure.
All right.
Hold on. Oh, okay. I didn't know if I was muted or not. Oh, okay. This is a E. Which one I want to do first? Okay, this is a simple one. Would you rather live the way that you've been living, however your lifestyle is, live that way for 80 years, or you can live extremely privileged and rich, billionaire status, experience all the great things in life for 40 years? Which one would you choose? And I mean everything. Everything. Money is not an issue.
80 more years or 40 more years, basically.
No. If you had to start over, because that's an easy one, because I'd be dead already if that's the case.
So 80 years at our current lifestyle, or only 40 years of the billionaire's lifestyle.
Yes. You get a chance to reset. Say you get a chance to just reset your life. Get 80 years.
So you're gonna die at 40 though, but you live in a good ass life.
You live in an excellent. You're gonna live like a king. You're gonna have everything that you want. You're gonna get to experience everything you want to do. All of that.
Everything.
You know how they live.
I wouldn't want the 40 years as a billionaire. I think I'd want my 80 years. I'd want my 80 years as my current. I would.
Think about how much
I know, but
you could do more in that 40 years than you could in the 80.
But you can't take back experiences though of being able to live for twice that amount of time, and your children or your grandchildren.
Right, the children and grandchildren, that's gonna be a tough one. But think about, out of your 80 years, how much time would you spend working? I mean, that's half your time right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you love doing what you do, if you own your own business, if you
can still do it,
I mean, all those things. So even if you are spending a majority of that 80 years, working, I don't know.
Time. You talk about you want to spend time with your. How much time do you get to spend with the? Well, maybe you get to spend more business, but a lot of people, when you working all the time, you don't need you have to make quality time, but you don't get a large quantity of time because it's
right. Wow.
I'm playing devil's advocate still right now,
but see, I want to say what Nikki said. Take the 80 years, but then damn, I could be in 40 years. I could live. Like I ain't never lived before.
And
I can.
Who's to say after 40 years you might be ready to be finised? You be like, I've done everything.
If I had billions, I'd be worn out. So I know I'd be ready to be
and
done.
That was the end. I ain't gonna give it away, but anybody ever watched The Good Place? Okay, if you watch The Good Place on Netflix, ultimately it was people trying to get in or getting into heaven, trying to stay in the heaven, and realizing what they thought was heaven, they wasn't actually in heaven. But once they finally brokered all these deals and they got to make it into heaven and everything was perfect and they could do anything and everything they wanted, they still didn't. They was like, I'm good now.
Yeah,
I don't want to, like, doing this for the rest of eternity is not. No, I'm ready. I'm ready to check out.
I mean, I'm 43 now, and I'm not ready to check out. Now, granted, I'm not a billionaire by any fucking stretch of the word, right. But I just can't. I couldn't. I guess if I had to choose, I wouldn't want my life to be over at 40. Like, no, like you just get started at 40, man. Like, I don't know. No, I'd take the 80. The 80 with my regular old
Nikki,
ass
you taking
life.
80? Matt, what you going for?
I'm taking 80.
Are you?
You going 40 or you going 80?
You know what? I like my life. It ain't like I ain't no billionaire. I've done a lot of shit. I've been in situations where I had a shitload of money and tricked it off like a trick. But you know, I mean, I'd take the 80. But see, let me
hold on. Let's go back, Stokely. Let me throw this at you and then finish what you was gonna say.
Okay,
now think about this. There's no guarantee that them last 10 or 15 years is gonna be good 15 years.
Right. That's true.
Some people, you have a stroke, you had like some people, they last those last 10 years ain't even.
And I may still be working at 80 when I fall over, you know. Damn.
So what was you gonna say, Stokely? That's the other part. Some people, by the time they hit 67, 68, they kind of, those last 12 years ain't quality years anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Let me go. I'm gonna take live hard for 40.
Are you? Yeah, you're gonna take the billionaire's life.
Act a damn fool for 40.
Ooh.
I mean, when I say act a fool, I'm gonna be treacherous though, y'all.
You might not make it to 40.
I'm gonna need chaperones and everything. Oh my gosh.
Dad, what about you, Q?
I think I'd take the 80.
You take the 80
I like
too.
my,
all that, you still gonna do the 80?
But see, and that's me talking right at 40. Now, what if, you know, I'd be old and crippled and be in pain for the last 15 times? I'm like, sure, I should have just took the 40 then. But it's the unknown. You know, you don't know how those last 40 years are gonna play out, to tell you the truth.
You know, my life is good, but damn, you said billion, like money ain't no option.
No
and
option.
I can do whatever I wanted to do. Oh my goodness.
I'm almost gonna change my mind again. Hold on. It's a tough one. I might change my mind on that.
No.
You can make sure you're set for life. You can make sure everything.
All of that. You can have a gang of them too. I'm gonna have 72 kids running around.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna do the same thing. But
populate the earth.
But then what I'm gonna do on my 39th birthday, I'm gonna become like a philanthropist and just give shit away. All the billions I got, I'm gonna pass it on, and that's gonna be me.
Think about we might take too much stock in age. Think about MLK. Think about Malcolm X. Think about
did a lot.
There's a lot of people who got a lot of stuff accomplished within, you know, Tupac. He's in 25, 26 years. Look what he got. You can get a lot accomplished in a short amount of time.
Well, how much more could they all have gotten accomplished had they all not been killed? You know what I'm saying? Like, so much more.
Jesus had a 3-year run, and they still talking about him a couple thousand years later.
I mean,
he had a 3-year run.
He said 3 years.
Aaliyah had a 5-year run. You can get a lot accomplished in a short amount of time.
Yeah, I'm taking the 80 at my current life. And maybe that's because that's just all I know, right? Like,
that might be it.
You know, like I can only daydream about some shit I'm probably not gonna have, but I would rather take the longevity over dying at 40. Yeah. Like, I would hate for my kids to not have a parent past 40, you know.
So
there's a lot of kids out there that don't know. So
I put up a hell of an argument for something that I don't necessarily believe myself. I had y'all thinking like, man,
Q gonna take the 40.
I don't think I'll probably take the 80. I don't know.
The real me will take the 80.
It's about really want to see your kids.
Yeah, money.
I want to see my kids grow and leave.
Money don't move me like it
my
used
grandchildren.
to. So I mean, you know, like I said, I've had a shitload of money and I've struggled. So I mean,
Right.
throughout my life, I know what I'm dealing with on both sides, and so I do want to see my family. I want to see my grandbabies. I want to see, all that stuff. But whoo, billions is billions.
No, that's a whole different.
You in a whole
Nikki,
different
what you
game.
got, Nikki?
I got along the lines of money. Would you rather get rich in a way that would shame and mortify your family, or remain poor?
Get rich.
Get rich.
If your family would be shamed or
When you
mortified,
say remain poor, like nah, that ain't.
remain poor or get
Shame your
rich in a way that would
family.
mortify and shame your family.
Like I'm the best porn star of all time.
You know it's got to be something along the
made
lines,
riches
right? Some animal OnlyFans or some shit.
Or I was on that Enron type stuff, and then I just got out, and I still got millions saved up. But everybody know I swindled everybody else out of their money.
Yeah, I was thinking like what is it? Was it Warren Buffett? Was that who was it? Like no, who was it that took everybody's money? Like maybe it was the Enron guy.
Yeah, it was the Enron.
Yeah, it wasn't Warren Buffett. I can't think of what the guy's name was.
Bernie Madoff did it too.
That's it. Yeah. That's who I meant.
Bernie Madoff with all they bread. That's what he did.
Millions.
Like,
yup, stole people's money.
Last 3 years in prison. So.
Yeah, I don't think that I would. Yeah, I couldn't get rich on something that would shame my family.
See, everybody say stay, or they say rich. Well, Matt, let me go this way. I'm gonna do this devil's advocate stuff.
Well, hold on. I shame my family without being rich. So.
Let me say, hold on.
Family.
Here, Matt. Say it was you took the place of like what happened with George Zimmerman. And then after that, now the NRA and all that, now they gave you these $1 million. You made your money off of killing Trayvon Martin. And the whole world know that you a piece of crap. But people with special interest they've allowed you to live a good life for that. Would you be okay with that, or would you rather stay poor?
Is George Zimmerman even really living a good life?
Just say he was. I don't know, but just say he got a couple
some
$1 million endorsements off.
Okay,
he alive.
Back up off that. I mean, wouldn't have done what George Zimmerman did, but
right. But say you got caught up in something like that, and the whole world looks at you like a piece of crap now because of what you did. You shamed your family, you shamed your friends, you shamed your circle, and now you're profiting off of that as well because of that infamous celebrity that you've gained.
Am I going around and signing Skittles?
You got a multi-million-dollar Skittles deal. All of that. That's where the money coming from now.
That's real.
Now you might as well. It didn't happen already, so you might as well embrace it.
I killed it.
Ooh, that's a tough one though to live with that. Me personally,
I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
So in that situation, I paint the picture a little different. Now you rather stay. Nah, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
You know what?
Nikki said stay poor. So that's
my light's about to get cut off and I gotta run in water. Man.
You over there just eating Skittles. They make you wear Skittles shirts and stuff wherever you go. Just publicizing.
I'd rather stay where I'm at.
Stokely?
I'm going for the month. No, I'm teasing. My family.
I think what we learned from this is that it's situational. How am I shaming my family? Am I shaming just my family, or am I shaming my family and my race and my community? I think there's levels to this.
Yeah, there are levels to it. And I thought about that when you asked the question initially. I was like, or when Nikki asked the question, I was like, is it just me, my community? Is it people that know me? So yeah, it's definitely levels to it. And I think that I would rather not shame my family, and I would rather not do the dirt or whatever it was. whatever it is.
Yeah, because you
know
could
what you're gonna say,
be.
Nikki, but I ask you anyway.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a no. No, it's definitely a no. Because the spin-off to that could be, we could flip it to, what's the lady's name? Ghislaine Maxwell, the pedophile priestess, right?
Yeah.
Could you be her, her appointment setter, right? Could you be her, her pilot? Could you be her, her medical doctor, right? Like, you could make billions and billions of dollars being the person that books her flights from, wherever to wherever they're going. Like, so when ethics comes into play, like, I just can't, like, no.
Yeah. That's why I kind of like you. I like that.
That's why you kind of like me.
Yeah, I'm that guy too. Like, I knew a lot of people growing up that would do just crazy shit, and I'm like, dude, that ain't even right. That ain't even cool, And I was always that cat that was, oh man, you not getting into it, So yeah, setting appointments for a pedophile is pretty fucked up.
But somebody does it. There's a whole operation.
Yeah.
The whole operation of people that are involved in that,
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you? How do you? How does one? Those are those people.
How do you live with yourself knowing you're hurting children?
Say that again.
I said, how do you live with yourself knowing that you're hurting children? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Literally. But they do, like.
But see that I think, Matt, you may have opened up a whole can of worms, because if a person's setting the appointment for that to happen, how does that person that does the act, how do they live with themselves? And there's millions of them out there that do it every day. Every fucking day. I mean, you could walk into Walmart, and I guarantee you somebody in there has done something fucked up to a kid. And it's so fucking crazy to me. How do you live with yourself? So it's crazy.
Q, what about you? Did you answer? Could you shame your family?
I didn't answer. You know what? I said at first, I said, yeah, I'd take it. But then after I presented the scenario to other people, then I kind of changed my mind.
Change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we're
poor, though.
We're not money hungry. There's different levels of poor. Exactly. So poor doesn't have to be.
Poor. Like,
dirt poor. She didn't say dirt poor.
I mean, but still, there's different levels of poor. Hell, right now, a whole lot of folks is poor. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of people who are, poor and still got a job. I mean, so poor doesn't necessarily have to be, homeless or, living in a tent or living on the street or something like that. Hell, I'm poorer than a motherfucker right now, and I still take that over shaming my family any day. And I'd rather be poor.
But
and
for
part of the reason I am poor.
Hold on, that's shameful itself to be like poor. That could be a form of shame itself. Like, you got to ask people for, help paying the electric bill, and especially for men after you reach a certain age, because it's like, all right, I understand you. There's certain periods and times where everybody go through struggle, but after you reach a certain age, like, what have you been doing with your life? What's going on? If you still poor and struggling after a certain time, then your family even gonna look at you
crazy
in shame because of that. So it's like,
that's true. That's true too. That's true too. There's situational poorness, with being poor, you always have an opportunity to get out of that. I don't think you can fucking take back your morals that have gone down the drain once those are gone.
Let me give another scenario. Matt, would you?
Let me start with me,
because it's coming down your alley. This is down your lane right here. Would you be a Tekashi 6ix9ine? He rich?
No.
He got money?
Nope.
It's just entertainment.
No.
Fuck no.
He trash.
I respect
Super trash.
I respect the art too much for that.
I got that. Now y'all know what Tekashi was doing before. He was doing all this trolling.
What was he doing?
Sleeping on the streets.
Oh,
Was he
okay.
No
really?
food. He was
Yeah.
homeless. Didn't have
Was he
anything.
really? I didn't know.
So
I
that's
don't know.
why he
I don't
like.
know
I
his
don't care what
story.
none of y'all say. Y'all didn't. When I was sleeping on the streets and didn't have enough food, y'all ain't cared then. Y'all wouldn't. Y'all walk past me and wouldn't feed me.
Right.
As a teenager, like he was a kid trying to survive on his own.
Wow.
So he like, if this trolling and all this stuff that y'all hate, if it's grabbing attention and giving me a living, I'll do it. Versus going back and sleeping next to trash bins. I'll do that.
Mm.
But then to turn around and snitch? No, man.
Did he kill somebody?
But hold on.
Did he kill somebody?
Dudes that were trying to jack him up anyway or something?
Yes.
I
See,
don't know
that's the other part with snitching. Like, I'm very clear on snitching. Snitching is when you tell on someone else or either people in your circle or outside of your circle who partake in the same activities as you.
Right.
So if you're selling drugs and you go tell on somebody else selling drugs, you snitching. If I live in the neighborhood and I tell on somebody who's selling drugs, I don't partake in that lifestyle. That's not snitching.
That's just telling.
That's telling.
Just telling, yeah.
But you can't claim to have street code and street cred and be a blood and all this
I can make
extra
the argument
shit.
all those people faking.
You be that as it
90% of
may,
those people is
you
fraud.
can't claim you can't claim you from the street and you got street cred and be snitching. Like you posted. I mean, that's why I don't represent being from the motherfucking streets, goddammit. I ain't got no street codes.
25 fed time. Nah, I'm a
I got my codes. So fuck them street codes. Fuck your gang shit. But you can't claim you bang and then you snitch.
But if he was actually banging, he was actually living that life, then that would be a problem.
But then you talk to anybody who's on the street though, and they'll tell you if you claim you're gonna be with the streets and you gotta be with the code. And he started fucking tweeting like a little baby bird the minute that he got jammed up, and just continued to.
And that's why threats were happening to him, right? He was getting threatened.
I believe
what
so.
happening was the real gangsters knew he wasn't no real gangster.
Right.
Right.
So people like that are
we always do.
They're easy to extort. Listen. And then you in New York and we know how to get a hold of you. All right, look, this is what it is. We're going to protect you. We're going to take care of you. What you're going to do is you're going to give us this amount every month and we're going to rep you and we're going to take care of you. Now, that's not an option.
Right.
You don't have a choice of that. They just extorted you. You're going to give them this amount of money. And now you can act like you a gangster and you blood this and this and this and that. Yeah, they cool with that because you're paying them. You're paying their salary. And you don't have a choice. The moment you don't, then that's when he got kidnapped and all that stuff. That's he was forced to play ball.
Man.
He should have got his ass beat just for claiming blood when he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, he was. He's honorary blood. That's a lot of them people. Like if you see
honorary,
didn't grow up a certain way.
Right?
Who turns into a blood after they made it out of their teens? Nobody joins a gang if you into your 20s.
Right.
There's some.
And then you got
they don't. That's real questionable.
Why be rich and join a gang?
Right.
Oh, man.
Think about Chris Brown. Think about Lil Wayne. Think about they already made their money. There's no reason to join a gang after that.
Right.
You're getting extorted.
Damn.
Wow.
Ooh wee. No.
That's that's what Tupac, at least, I ain't gonna say that's what it was, but that's at least what he thought in his interview that he said with Sway. He was like, I was in New York and them dudes they was extorting Biggie and they was trying to come get me. And he was like, no. Now, it could have been several things because he was in a lot of stuff, but that's what I heard come out of his mouth.
Right.
They wanted to extort me, but I wouldn't let them do it.
Damn. Just like that.
Yeah. So
just like that.
Matt, do you have any would you rathers? Come up with anything? All right, Stokely, you come up with anything?
I didn't. You know,
No problem.
busy.
Yeah, well, look, we got plenty. Nikki, he is back on you. Or did you do the last one, Nikki?
I did the last one. Your turn.
Okay. There's another one. We're gonna stay on this money real quick, and then I'm gonna try to jump to something else.
Okay, I'll switch. I'll get off of money too.
Okay, now this one is a little bit trickier because this ain't the infinite money that I was talking about before. Okay. And Stokely, you probably disqualified for this, but we'll go around this way. Would you rather find your soulmate or find $5 million?
Find $5 million.
Damn. Fuck.
You sound like you don't believe in soulmates, Matt.
5 million.
Do you believe in?
Matt don't even want to go on dates. He said the other day.
Soulmates, Matt?
Like people.
But it's that one that makes everything in your life complete. The one that you've been waiting for your whole life, and you're gonna find them.
I've never thought like that though.
Yeah, see, that's why the question is easy for you.
So ask the question again. Let me see if
I'm telling you, you disqualified on this. Or you got earbuds in?
Yeah, I got them in.
All right.
What's the white stand behind you?
Look, I just saw her walk out. I just saw her walk out.
Unplug them earbuds. Let me
put the speakers on it.
He's still trying to keep my marriage, damn it. I just got married. I just got
Just
hung.
Would you rather find your soulmate or find $5 million?
Now look around though.
Right.
I would say the latter, but I'm so happy where I'm at, so I'm disqualified. I'm just happy.
That sucks. That's a weak answer.
Nikki,
don't do that, Nikki.
Nikki, I got another question for you before we run out of time. But Nikki, all right, would you find your soulmate or find $5 million? Now keep in mind, $5 million, you can't go super buck wild. $5 million will make sure that you're comfortable for the rest of your life, assuming you do the right things with it.
As frugal as I am, $5 million will last me the rest of my motherfucking life.
Right. If you do it right, you can't go buck wild, but yeah.
That's that. I don't know. That's a pickle, right? Because
pick one then. Go on, pick one.
It's a pickle.
It's a pickle. It is a pickle because I believe in love. No, pickle. It is a pickle because I believe in love. I want love. Like I still believe in, happily ever after, and I would love to have like a forever partner. Like absolutely.
You gotta go with soulmate then.
But the way I feel right now, I want that fucking money too because I've been really struggling these last couple years. I know, and I wonder like if I get the $5 million, maybe I'll find my soulmate after the money, like because we're gonna be in a different bracket.
You can make Benjamin your soulmate.
There you go.
Money don't buy happiness, though.
It does.
It'll get you close.
Money does not buy happiness. Fuck. $5 million or my soulmate. I'm gonna go out like a simp, and I'm gonna say my soulmate.
I thought you would.
Yeah. Keep the money. I'll take the soulmate.
All right, Nick, I gotta follow. This is way down the list. This is way down the list.
You say poor people, you just conditioned, I think.
I'm just poor. I'm just used to being poor, baby. It's okay.
You're a survivor, is what we like to call it.
So, Nikki, I got a question. One more question for you. Men, you disqualify from this because this will be easy. I know how you're gonna answer it.
Okay.
So, Nikki, what are you? You 5'10", 5'11" right now? How tall are you?
6'8".
I'm not 6'8".
I met her. I was like, hey, what's up?
He was like, God, you're tall. Yeah, 5'9", 5'10".
Okay, let's go 5'10".
Okay.
Would you rather?
Oh God.
Be 6'10" or 4'10"?
Oh my God. Oh my God. No.
Oh shit. 4'10's a midget. 6'10, you looking crazy as hell.
No, some lame.
4'10".
My sister about 4'10", 4'11". She right in around that range.
God, yeah, she is. She's a little shorty.
My
and then
daughter.
6'10", 6'11". Hell, I can't even find a dude who's my height. Now I'm never gonna find a fucking dude that's gonna be taller than me at 6'11".
Which one you? I knew this would be a good one. Which one you? I said for men, that's an easy one, so that's why I didn't even
I'm
go for
taking
men.
4'11" all day.
Damn.
4'10" is like a 4'10" chick. That's cute.
No.
Yeah, 4'10", 4'11", that can still be cute.
6'10", nah.
It's 6'10" gonna be harder.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Before it became bad now. I mean,
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with short and just wear heels all the fucking time.
You can at least get to 5'2", 5'3" if you put heels on.
Oh, that's so depressing. I mean, but maybe I have a better chance of finding a soulmate, right? Because I won't be the tallest goddamn girl in the room.
Especially, yeah, since you gotta have somebody taller than you, then that'll just open your pool all the way up. Everybody bounds for you then.
Dang, that is so depressing.
Small people live longer.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Really? I guess the people who are larger have like enlarged organs and shit, so maybe more complications.
Taxes their heart more during their life.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Them Great Danes don't live long.
Nope.
No, they don't. Okay.
I like Great Danes too. One of my favorite dogs.
What about y'all? I mean, men can still answer that question.
It's easy. We all gonna go.
Everybody gonna be 4'11".
Yeah.
Everybody going.
You get nothing at 4'11".
And personally, I wouldn't want to be 6'11", but I'd much choose it before
4'11".
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be 6'10",
I wouldn't want to be 6'6". I mean, ideally, the tallest I would want to be is 6'4", 6'5".
I got a friend that's 6'8", like 6'8" or 6'9".
Yeah, see, I wouldn't want to be. Now you just
5'10", and I feel tiny next to him.
Yeah.
Ironically, my daughter posted a TikTok today.
I always thought she was like 6'1", 6'2", Matt. So you look like you about 6'2".
I thought Matt was gonna be like tall too, and I was like, oh shit, you're my height.
Yeah, Matt, how tall are you, Q?
No, my daughter
I'm
posted
5'9".
a TikTok today
we about the same then.
like being raised by Nikki, basically this trend on TikTok. And she pulled my senior memory book from my senior year of high school, fucking 1996. And there's a picture of me and one of my ex-boyfriends and then one of my homeboys from high school, and he was 6'9". And when she showed when I looked at that picture today, I was like, God damn, he was so tall. And there's not a lot of men who are tall like that anymore.
Were you the center on the basketball team?
I didn't do shit with my height. Nothing. Really? No sports. No, nothing. I was just tall for nothing.
You could have been killing it.
No, didn't play a lick of sports.
So
never
what you
did.
got, Nikki? You got another one?
I do. Let's see, where's it at? Would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
Ooh.
Damn.
Stokely, would you rather know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
That's tough.
Yeah.
Because I kind of think like, the cause. Because if it's like,
if I know the cause, then I feel like I can stay away from it. Like it ain't gonna.
Maybe not though.
Like what if it's a Final Destination type shit? Like it's just inevitable. Like it's coming.
If it's a freak accident, then it's like but it's like, all right, well, piano gonna land on your head.
I don't know that I want
like I'm a walk in the middle of the street all the time. It's like I'm not gonna walk next to any buildings or any 2-3 story buildings. I'm gonna walk in the middle of the street all the time.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to know the day.
Yeah, but you could be crippled and still be alive.
Yeah, that's true. Because they say anticipation of death is worse than death itself. So if I know I got 3 days till I'm about to die, I'm gonna be stressed.
But if you know how you're gonna die, you're gonna anticipate that also.
But what if it's just
and that can make it worse because there's no date set to it, so you thinking it can happen anytime.
Damn, every day is gonna be the day.
But you know what? That's what we doing now.
Split you across the
we don't know now. So I mean,
you're on the lookout all the time.
Shit, I don't know if it says XYZ, I ain't even gonna put a date on it. Shit. If it says XYZ is the day,
my preference would be neither. But if I had to choose,
you got to pick one.
If I got to pick one, I have to go ahead and pick the date because
you want to know what day. Okay.
relax.
You can prepare yourself.
Then they say tomorrow.
Myself, but the rest of the days that I live, I don't have to live in fear because I know when that date is gonna come. If I know how I'm gonna die, but I don't know when, I'm just on the lookout. Like now, you like
all the time.
Yeah, it's like the main drug dealer of the city. Like he always got to watch out because he don't know who coming. It's like, that's the stressful way. The quality of your life is diminished because of that.
True.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with the date of death versus the cause of death.
I got to choose one. I'd go with the date of death.
The date. Damn, doesn't that suck? I mean, it's like you said, isn't that what we're doing anyways, right? Like we're living to die, right? But it's like, oh, it's different when you know what day it's gonna be, or you know how it's gonna be. Like, I don't think I'd want to know how I'm gonna die. I think. Go ahead.
If you find out like it's okay, it's like October 2nd, 2063. You know,
I'm good then. I done lived a good life then. I done lived. I shouldn't even be there.
But if you find out it's February 1st, 2022.
Damn, dog. I don't want to know.
He's like, damn.
Yeah.
I ain't done.
It was a video like that. I don't know the video. And Matt, since you don't live, maybe Nikki, I don't know. It was this rock video. And in the video, everyone had a timer over their head. Like it was a person that they was looking at, everybody they could see. They had a timer over their head, like with the countdown clock to when they were going to die. Damn. But everybody walking around in their normal life, and some people, 40 years, some people, another 3 hours, and they just didn't know it. It was like pretty strange. And then also, I don't know if y'all ever watched the movie with, I think that was Justin Timberlake, Out of Time. Is that the name of? No, that was Denzel, but it was something called Something Time.
I never
saw that.
Talking about them.
I don't think so.
That is a great. Well, Nikki don't watch the movie. Y'all need to go see that movie.
I mean, I will if you tell me to watch it. But.
Okay.
So basically, oh my goodness, it was.
Was this a Denzel movie?
No.
Oh,
Out of Time was a Denzel movie, but the movie with Justin Timberlake, it was called Something Time.
Okay.
And basically, you had an expiration, so you had to work for time. So, like literally, you go in, you work your job. At the end of the job, they give you another 36 hours to add on to your time. So you gotta work. If you don't work, then you run out of time.
Damn.
And when you run out of time, then you cease. You die.
I haven't heard about this one.
It's called In Time.
In Time. That
was
In Time. It was a very good movie.
Interesting. This is Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
Huh.
Timberlake is a good actor. He
I just don't know why I never heard of this. Like I don't watch all movies, but I usually have heard most.
That was a good
plot.
Definitely go watch that. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna go back and watch it again now. That was a good movie.
Right. All right. What else do we got here? I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
Would you rather your friends and families see your thoughts or your internet search history?
I saw that one.
Internet search history.
Internet search history?
Yeah, nah, you can't have my thoughts. Yeah, nah, yeah.
My thoughts are fucked up.
It is, and they mine too. Whatever I think they're mine. You ain't got. I don't give you privy to that. Even if you looked at my search history, you'd be like, man, but that's still up for interpretation itself.
Right. Right.
It's straightforward.
See, part of me feels like I wouldn't care if people saw my thoughts. Like if my friends and family saw my thoughts, and I don't know, maybe that's because I already communicate my thoughts, quite vocally, but I don't feel like whatever thoughts I may have that they would be fucking surprised by the things that I think.
You'd go with the internet search. Is your search is that bad, Nikki?
I mean, my searches is actually pretty fucking boring. There's not much in my.
Easy answer for you then. Like
I guess so, right? Right. Maybe so. The internet search history.
Other stuff.
Now, what if it was your what if it was your
Like,
your
the
porn
dark web
search history?
That's in
Of course, that's
what?
the main thing people be thinking about.
Your porn search history.
Oh,
And
Not
which in
sure.
that case, I don't care either. Everybody look at weird stuff.
Right.
it ain't even weird, so pretty basic.
Yeah, even weird ain't weird.
mine,
Wow.
you'll find a lot of books, searches for books and shit like that. Music.
What if it was open and like they could see you searching for your ex all the time, trying to find the ex address and stuff like that.
Damn.
I immediately X that out as soon as I'm done. No, I'm teasing. No.
Delete. Clear browser history.
You can take your headphones off.
Well, me and Sonya had the conversation one time. She says, if you could go back to anybody you dated in the past, who would it be? And I used to date this girl named Princess Craig. And
She sounds awesome.
that she was pretty awesome, Rick. But that's who I said. And Sonya had the nerve to get mad at me.
I'm single.
Like, what the hell? You asked the question, and I'm just that way. I'm just telling you. I know it was, but the thing about it is Princess is dead now. She died a few years back. So there's no way for me to go back to, even though she was, when I talk about fun, oh man, she was fun. God, we kicked it, just good sense of humor. And it's rare that you find a girl with a good sense of humor, like a comedian type.
Right.
But she just had that about her, like really quick wit, smart. She did almost get me beat up one time, but other than that, with this dude, I don't know if you know Keith and Carrie Cash used to play at UT and in Kansas City Chiefs. That was her ex-boyfriend. And shit. We was at on the border or something, and he came charging me up. I'm like, dude, I don't even know who you are at this point. I know who it was. But yeah, other than that, she was a lot of fun, and but I told Sonya that, and that was it. She got mad at me, and I was like, she did,
Damn. That don't count. That don't count.
Yeah, now she's been immortalized. She ain't got a chance to be bad again. Now she's gonna forever be that awesome person, and as time grows, she's gonna be more awesome the more people think about it.
I saw this post going around. It's not even a would you rather situation, but I saw this post going around this week, and it kind of bothered me. It said something like, like I saw a man posted in regards to his wife, and then I saw like a wife posted in regards to her husband. So it can go both directions. But it was basically like if your current spouse's ex died and your current spouse was emotional, like was fucked up about it. Like,
I remember seeing that, I think.
Like, how pissed off your spouse would, like, how pissed off the current partner would be because your spouse is upset about their ex dying. And I'm like, why? Like, how insecure do you have to be to feel some type of way about your current partner feeling emotional that their ex died? Like, that seems like a pretty fucking normal human response to their former loved one dying. Like, why would you not allow them to have that space to be sad or fucked up or just the ability to grieve? Like, that is so insecure and weird to me. Like, I don't know, that bothers me.
I had a joke.
But hold on for a second. So, but you find that different? I remember a couple months ago we had a conversation about the side chick being able to come to the funeral.
That's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It's not even the same thing. I mean, we're talking about high levels of disrespect versus this is somebody that was in their life well before you got with them, and that person's ex passed, and they were affected by it. They were sad about it.
Somebody's dead, and if it's somebody you had feelings for and they pass, then it's natural for you to express some type of emotion.
True.
Isn't it?
Yes,
think
it's a
so.
normal human response. Now, if you are actively cheating on somebody and you are your knowing side piece, you still don't get
And
to
they
come to
say,
the
"Hey,
funeral.
listen? Can I come sit in the
Nope, there's
back?
a
I ain't
place
gonna
for
cause no,
you, and it ain't
I
at
ain't
the
gonna cause no
funeral.
trouble. I'm gonna just come sit in the back, pay my respects."
Mm.
Nope,
And
nope, nope,
Little
nope,
Junior
nope.
want to see his daddy one last time.
Ooh, nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not down with the
Oh
side
my
piece
goodness.
coming to the funeral. But I do think it's ridiculous to be mad at your partner for expressing emotion that
I
their
agree with
ex
that.
passed away. Like, that's
I mean, I
ridiculous
agree
to
with that.
me.
I take it a step further, but
Mm.
A step further. What do you mean?
I wouldn't mind if my wife's side piece came. She's dead now. She gone. Dead. It's over.
Yeah.
Dead. Dead.
Yeah.
However, I felt however, he felt however, she felt about both of us. It don't matter no more. Pay your final respects the way you do. Just don't cause a disruption in the family the same way I ain't gonna cause a disruption to her mama and her sisters and her brothers and whatever. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody pay your respects in your own way without overstepping of somebody else's boundaries. We all good. I don't care if she had 5 side pieces.
Oh
She
my
could have been a
God.
whole side and had clientele. They want to pay their respects. Come go and pay it. She dead now. It's over.
Right. That was my point. And then we was
This is
riding.
finality. We saying everybody saying they
It's a
goodbyes.
wrap. It's a wrap. It's done.
So that's where I take it a step further where Nikki don't rock with that. But
Nope, not when it comes to side pieces. No, like I said, when you engage in being somebody's side piece, especially when you know that this is what you're doing, there is just going to be certain permissions that you don't get. There's going to be certain things you just don't get to do. You just don't.
I don't think none of it. It shouldn't be about me. It shouldn't be about them. It shouldn't be about. It's about the deceased now.
Well, and I guess at that rate, they're dead, so you don't need to be here. Boom, case closed, problem solved. It's over. It's over.
Wow. So you lean to that side.
It's over. It's over. They're dead. Goodbye.
So,
and me saying they did, that's my same argument for saying, look, come one, come all.
Nope. No.
It don't matter. Whatever.
Oh, this will be interesting. I'm gonna ask the fellas. Okay. This will be interesting because I don't know. Everybody deals with cheating differently, right? But would you rather cheat on your partner or them cheat on you?
I'd rather them cheat on me.
You'd rather them cheat on you?
Absolutely.
What'd you say, Matt?
I'd rather cheat.
You'd rather cheat on them than them cheat on you?
Yeah.
Q, why do you say them, not you?
Because I don't want to be the one that's in the wrong. Number one, and to take it a step further,
I'll kill him.
For the sake of the relationship, it would be better if they cheat on me versus me cheat on them. I know a lot of women have a hard time letting go of things. And if I cheat on you and if I have to hear about it for the next 10 years, that's going to be a problem and it's going to put a strain on our relationship.
Right.
If you slip up, you do something with me, it'll pretty much be forgotten by this time next month. It ain't nothing that's even going to be mentioned again. All right, what happened? Why did it happen? Is it certain? Are you feeling insecure? Is it a reason? Do you understand why you did what you did?
You're a good guy.
Do we need to reevaluate the terms of our relationship? If you like getting some side on then we need to have a conversation about that to see if it's going to if there's a different way that we need to work this relationship. And then from there, then we just we keep it rolling. I don't pay attention to those things. Don't really bother me. What bothers me is if you start acting funny with me. That's when I got a problem. And even if you got a side dude and now you know, they talk about how the ones who cheat end up projecting to the other partner because they feel guilty about what they doing. And then that's when I got a problem. Like, look, don't bring that over here. If you can't control your hoes, then you probably don't need to have no hoes. You need to, because don't bring that to our relationship. That's when I would have a problem. So,
Matt, why do you say you would rather cheat than them cheat?
I don't know. Just That's a tough one to answer on a public forum.
All right, Stokely, would you rather cheat or would you rather her cheat?
I'd rather her cheat.
You'd rather her cheat.
Yeah. That way.
Why do you?
Well, first of all, if it were me that cheated, I would be. I would feel so bad. I mean, I literally feel bad.
Right.
So if she cheats on me, then it's okay when I just be like, I'm done. Because that's the type of cat I am. I ain't got time. I just be done, and then I can and move around and go out there and do what I do or I used to do back in the day. And I mean, that's just so if you do it to me, I'm okay. I can get beyond that. But I would feel totally bad, like because years ago I did, and I felt so bad because she didn't deserve it.
Right.
I just fucked up, and I felt so bad.
Well,
and,
men and women cheat different, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, she ain't say affair. She just said cheated.
Well, that's the thing and I just would rather it happen to me, and then. Like I said, I'm gonna be done anyway. I already know. When you tell me a dude come up to me talking about this is my girl, and I'm like, what? We've been together for 4 years or whatever. I'm gonna be done. I already know. So
yeah,
that's okay. So I give a sideways example. It's like I would rather get in a fight and lose versus watch someone that I know or care about get beat up.
Yeah,
it's easier for me to be in it than to
watch it.
And it's not even, and that's not the same thing to what I was saying, but it's certain things I know I can handle better than. I can fight, get dotted up, take that L. I can take that. But watching somebody else get beat up, like somebody that I care about, love, I don't handle that as well. So in this example, I could take that, if my girl, my wife,
that's
cheated,
kind of the way I look at it.
I can handle that.
That's kind of the way
for
I
me
look
to
at
do it and be the one who caused hurt or harm,
be responsible for the hurt. Yeah,
that's
much
harder for me to take and handle. So it's easier for me to take that.
And then and then in that situation also, if it's like you take the control away from that person and you have the control of what you're going to do. I'm leaving. I'm gone. If she cheats on me, I've got control of the situation. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, I'd have to choose. I'd choose them cheat versus me cheat. I can't do it. I'm not cheating. Yeah. Like to know that I broke somebody's heart or to know that I hurt that person, like fuck, that would fuck me up. But
in all fairness, I did it when I did my dirt years ago. She was so cold-blooded though. I was like, oh wait, I may never get this chance again. No. So that's what ended up happening.
Let me just clarify. Let me just clarify.
Eddie Griffin said cheat up.
Okay. Don't cheat down. Don't cheat down. That don't make no sense.
What'd you say, Matt?
I just want to clarify that, I jumped on that me cheating real fast. not meaning that's what I would go out to do.
Try to clean it up now.
Because me getting cheated on doesn't end up well for people.
If you get cheated on.
Right.
Okay. So elaborate a little bit.
End up in my backyard.
Right. I know he got all the knives and matches and shit.
They end up
he
in
will
my backyard.
cut you and cook you.
With the other two girls.
Matt is a survivalist.
With the other two.
Yeah, no.
I'm just different than you guys. Let's put it that way.
I mean, nobody wants to be cheated on. Nobody. I don't think that the way that they're responding is in relation to the fact that them being cheated on would not break their fucking heart or rip their goddamn guts out. Like, how can my partner lie? How can my partner be deceptive?
No, it actually happened to me, and not only that, I'm giving too much information now. It actually happened to me first. Before, no, it didn't.
It didn't hurt you?
Part of it is part of it is these meetings I've been doing for the last 10, 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I tell people, y'all have no idea how many stories people have told me after the meetings and DMs that I get and all these.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's nothing that is new under the sun from what I've heard from so many men and women and so many different stories. Over time, you get to learn, man, it's human nature. What you think you're going through by yourself or some type of special, no, everybody go through that same stuff all the time. So I don't even look at it the same. And by the way, in addition to that, one of my previous churches, I assisted my pastor at, he had a counseling center also. I pretty much lived at the counseling center when I was homeless and heard a lot of stuff there. I've heard a lot of stuff on a lot of different levels to where it's like, it's just a Tuesday. It ain't the end of the world. I've seen people who've gone through the same thing and they still work through long lasting relationships, or they divorce, or they fight and break up, or, it can go 15 different directions, but it's still just life. So it's like, it ain't no reason for me to trip. I really don't take it no type of way. And my last point on this, historically, I've had really good reviews on my sex. So
okay, thank
you leaving a step and it don't hit my ego no type of way, because I'm like, I have.
See, that's the thing, is like,
I'm hitting 95% on my.
I don't know that it's my
ego. He said my Yelp score.
that's how I determine. Like, if anybody who out here, if I could go back and they be a repeat customer, then because anybody have a mouth game where you can get somebody, but will they come back to you after the first time?
Right.
And I'm gotten about 95.
And that's why I say I'd rather have the control aspect of the whole situation once it's all said and done. Whether or not, and I know me, I'm built this way. I may smash one more time, but I'm gonna be gone here shortly. That's just the way I'm built. And so,
and a goodbye smash.
Yeah, I need to make sure that this is really what I want to do.
Oh God!
To the game and walk away, or do I want to be like, "Ooh, this is so good to me. I'm gonna stick around."
Oh no!
Women do that a lot of times too. They'll have a goodbye smash.
Why cut off my nose and spike my face? And I'm not moving back home because you don't love me no more. You did what you did, and now I have the ability to say, yes, I want to do this, make it work, or no, I'm out the door.
Yeah.
But after the night, that's just one more time. That's it.
Yeah.
So.
No, I don't want the responsibility of cheating on somebody else. And that speaks volumes of my character. You know what I'm saying? So like, nah, cheaters action speaks volumes of their character. So nah, I'm not gonna cheat. All right. I wouldn't want the responsibility of cheating on somebody else versus them cheat on me.
Is how you make someone feel, how it makes someone feel. And I don't
and that's the part that would fuck me up, like to because I think we've all been cheated on, right? So I mean, and on different levels. I mean, sometimes it fucks with you in different ways than, maybe other relationships. And I mean, there's levels of deceit that are, stronger and deeper than others. There's some relationships where it's no big fucking deal. Like, I wasn't really committed to you anyways, versus this was my partner. Like, you're telling me one thing, but you're doing another. I mean, I have a bigger issue with deceptive and manipulation and shit like that more than anything. But I can still handle that more than I can handle me knowing I fucked you over. Like, nah, I'm not built to fuck people over at all. You may not like me, and I may say some things that you may never want to be my friend, but I'll never fuck you over. And I'm not going to be responsible for some shit I didn't do, So when I saw the cheating one, I was like, ooh, rather be cheated on or do the cheating. Ooh. And like you said, Matt, sometimes men and women do cheat for different reasons, whether it's sexual, emotional, who knows, right? And it can go both ways, because I think generally people think that women cheat for emotions and men cheat sexually, but I mean, it can be the flip side too. Men can cheat, emotionally and not just sexually, and women can too, but
I don't know that I get all that emotional about it, but I mean,
Well, I'm saying it's like some do, you know, it's not
Yeah, that's
always
true.
just
Well,
a sexual
it's not
thing.
just you get emotional, like you crying sex person, but
Right, just the emotional attachment to
I'm
that
the one left.
person.
And when it's
There's
done
tapping
crying,
into your
Mm-hmm.
like it's
no.
not a purely physical thing sometimes. Maybe
Right, it's
sometimes
not just
Oh,
physical.
you could have a insecure and they're stroking your ego and they're making you
see,
feel a way about yourself that your partner don't make you feel or haven't made you feel, or you know.
I think when I was younger, it was more about ego, because my
Ego is
Nikki,
emotional.
cover your ears, take your earbuds out, Nikki. Because back in the Gap, my report card was pretty tough. I was, I'm, but that's what limited me being in relationships. It wasn't that I didn't want to be in a relationship because I knew I was going to do bad. And so when I did finally settle down, and said, okay, we committed now. And then I fucked up. So, but
I think with me, I'm so dedicated to not doing anybody wrong. I expect everyone naively, and I know I'm wrong for expecting this inside, to treat me the same as I would treat them. And when they don't, there's something inside me. And I have like a really, really vengeful mindset when it comes to a lot of things. So that's a character flaw. I
Get the show.
Knife.
My father.
Matches.
But I mean, I've kept it under control. But there's something inside me that wants to get back. So that's why I mean, it sounds fucked up.
Is it? You mean like get back in a revengeful way?
What?
You mean get back at them in a revenge type way? Or
yeah, revenge. And I had that's where the Christian element of myself comes. I think that's what I lean to Christianity for more than anything, because I do have that inside of me, but I've learned how to anyway, that's a longer story. But what I will say is that I don't look at all people. I expect you to operate at the capacity that you're able to, and I understand that everybody's not at the same capacity. Right. So even with my friends, I don't expect my friends to be as good of a friend to me as I am to them. They may not have that capacity to be a great friend at that certain. I'm a very secure person. I already understand some people have different levels of security, which won't allow you to be a friend at the same level that I am to you, or in a lot of different areas, whether it's security, financially, emotionally, whatever the case is. You can only be something to me that you have the capacity to be for yourself. So I don't knock people for that. It's like, all right, well, you keep working. Everybody's working to reach their goal at their time. We walk in together, but we have our own destination and our own path how we got to get there. I'm just here to help you get to your path. We're not getting to the same destination.
Right.
We just walking together, but we all got our own destination to get to, even if we're in a relationship together. So I'm here to help you get to your path, whatever that path may be.
Yeah, I have a hard time with people doing me wrong too, Matt. But I think over the years, I just growing up with something as simple for me as a serenity prayer just makes me look at shit so differently, and I've really had to therapy myself in a lot of different hurt situations where, people did fuck me over, or, I didn't receive in return what I was expecting. Like, I had to learn that, one, we have to stop expecting us from other people, because that's going to be our greatest fucking downfall,
Yes,
but then two, not everybody deserves us. Straight up, not everybody deserves access to us, and that took me some painful experiences to learn. But it kind of goes back to what you said, Q. It's about being confident. It's about knowing who you are and knowing what your boundaries are, and knowing that everybody can't come up in here, everybody can't touch this, everybody can't have some of this, because you know, the old me would strike back. The old me wanted to hurt you, but that's hurt people hurting people, you know,
Right.
and it's just, ugh. And I don't want that responsibility of hurting other people. So I'd rather, you know, if I had to be fucked over, I'd rather you fuck me over and me know that you're gonna lose when I drop you like a fucking zero and you'll never hear from me again. I'm gonna be okay,
And
but
that's
you're gonna
another
lose
part
by
of it.
losing me.
Being confident enough to draw boundaries, being confident enough to communicate with someone like, hey, the way that you operate, that don't work for me.
Yeah.
Being confident enough to, you know,
Yeah.
make distance between someone if you
Yeah.
have to. Because there's a lot of people who their insecurities force them to hold on to people that they shouldn't be holding on to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it draws out that long, unequal relationship. It lends the relationship to become completely one-sided also.
Yeah, toxic and codependent and all that extra shit.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Well, and then the trust factor becomes an issue, and it's like, who wants to do that? Oh my god!
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say when I'm done, I know that I'm done, and I know that I'm not turning back. I know it gives me the power to say,
yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah,
I can walk away from it, and I'm okay with it. I may walk away and grab me a little tissue to dry my eyes up a little bit, but I'm gonna be all right. So as I get down the road, I'm good.
Right.
So yeah.
All right, it's 9:45. We're gonna
yeah, we can wrap it up.
Do one more.
Do you have one more?
Not really. You got one more? I do.
Let's see. We've got. Okay. Well, I don't know. Let's see what y'all think about this one. Give up social media or eat the same meal forever.
Hold on a second. Give up social media.
Give up social media or eat the same meal forever.
So if I don't give up social media, then I gotta eat the same meal forever.
If you don't give up social media, you gotta eat the same meal forever.
I give up social media. I get that up quick.
Yeah, you give up social media?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like my food too much. Forget that.
I know. I thought that too, but then I was like, God, you got to think about how much we utilize social media, how much.
Yeah, no, I could do it. I got Netflix and I got a phone.
Right, I can have actual conversations.
You know.
But what would we do? We wouldn't have no free thinkers on social media, like our YouTube channel, like all those things.
I send y'all some messages with me eating some steak and shrimp.
Back in the room.
Okay. Hold on. Two quick ones that go along with that. Never eat your favorite food again. This is would you rather. Would you rather never eat your favorite food again or be forced to eat a small portion of your favorite food every day?
God, dog.
Never eat it again or be forced to eat a small portion every day?
Yeah.
Forced to eat a small portion?
Small portion every day.
Like you gotta whatever you gotta eat a little bit of it every single day.
I can eat a taco every day, bro.
Hello. There's a lot you can do to a taco.
Yep. Mine would be ice cream, but I just have to have a scoop a day.
Yeah, get
that ain't hard to do. I mean, shit. Sometimes we already doing it.
650 after the first year, but you know.
Dang.
Okay, hold on. This is one more I got. I think this is the last one.
Okay.
Would you rather? And let me frame this right. Not dying is when I ask the question. This ain't about nobody dying, but say their memory is erased. Okay, keep that in mind. Here's the question: would you rather lose your best friend but keep all the rest of your friends, or keep your best friend but lose all of your other friends?
Wow.
Lose your best friend, keep all the others, or
lose all the others and keep your best
the others, keep your best friend. Well, I don't have a best friend, so I'll lose the best friend and keep all the others because I got a bunch of great friends. I just don't have one best friend, so I'm good on that one.
I'll approach this from a different angle. I already lost my best friend, and I would give up all my other friends to have him back.
Damn, okay, that answers that.
I would probably give up my best friend to have all my other friends. It's kind of shitty, but
no, I would too.
A lot of my friends bring a lot of good stuff around and good conversation. And my buddy, he's good, great guy. Don't get me wrong, but I can take so much more from, all of my clique.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and in addition, I would say for me, I have about 4 or 5 people who could qualify or fit in the category of a best friend. So even if I lost one, that sounds terrible.
More.
If I lost one, I still have 3 to 4 other best friend quality type people. And then on the flip side, for me to hold on to my best friend and lose my other, then that would be like me losing 3, 4, 5 other best friend type people in addition to my other friends. Just not even the other friends, but there's 3 or 4 other that is almost like a best friend. So yeah, I'd lose my best friend be the sacrificial lamb. All right, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have.
Well, I got
more.
But we're gonna close it up for now.
We'll close it up
on down the road.
I know I'm starting to get a slow boogie. Oh my gosh, like I'm starting to slow down here. Y'all got anything? Well, you said you don't know if you're going to go to Iowa. So, any other things on the plate here?
You could always drive.
No, it's icy.
14 inches of snow today or something.
Damn.
I'm like, well, shit, I'm supposed to be there on the 28th, but.
What part of Iowa?
Des Moines.
The flat part.
Iowa's not as flat as you think, man.
Really?
I don't know. When we would drive through there to get to Minnesota, it was pretty fucking boring. It was pretty flat. At least the 35 corridor all the way up.
I'm just going to bring a little diversity to Des Moines. That's all.
There's diversity.
See what
there's more diversity.
That's what I was telling them a couple weeks ago. I was like, you'd be surprised.
They got some Ethiopian communities and that type of thing going
on. Good luck with that.
The Mexicans are everywhere.
I said, good luck with that.
Well, keep us posted, and don't forget to post it. And I think you had some links last week that you had talked about before we finished the conversation, but you didn't post them. So don't forget to post if you've got some stuff you want to share with us on the Facebook page.
Thank you for reminding me. I'm the worst. When I get off, I go straight in there, get me a drink, go in, take a shower, rinse these off.
No, but I'm going to give you these 2 hours a week, so you got to go rubber feet.
Man. So yes, I will.
Cool.
I played golf the other day, and this guy named Soulmate, who's only been playing about a year and 3 months, got a hole in one. I've never gotten a hole in one. I've been playing 10 years. And I asked him, I said, would you rather hit this is when the lottery was 300 million. I said, would you rather got that hole in one or hit 300 million? He said, get a hole in one. I left. I walked off.
He got money. He got money already. I mean, he already got money.
He already got bread.
He leaving 300 million on the table for a hole in one. I don't care if I never get one.
Wow.
Give me 300 million.
In a minute. Fuck this game.
And I love golf. That's the thing I love.
Eddie Murphy said in life, you remember what he said?
What he said?
This must be a retarded look.
He got a hole in one. This sucker can't hit a golf ball to save his ass, and he got a hole in one. I'm like, God.
Wow, that's funny. Matt, you got any news you want to share with us? Anything you got coming up? Any projects?
I mean, same stuff. I'm just slow rolling.
Yeah.
Well, good luck at your new school, man.
Well, thank you. I had to get out where I'm at. It's kind of admin, but I'm going to principal that originally hired me into the district about 4 years ago. So,
well, good luck.
I'm going to work for her.
Reach back out to your kids. If they let you, go by there one more day.
They'll let me.
Oh yeah, definitely do that. I hate that. There's a lot of things that I did. Even I used to do like apartment event planning and stuff like that. And then I hate that people know you and they look out for you, and then when you just have to abruptly be gone and disappear
Yeah.
And
That's
from
right.
some of those instances, that's why even when we transitioned over to free thinker, I said I wasn't gonna disappear on people like that, I was forced to do in the past.
Right.
So that's where that long note that I sent out to everybody stating exactly why we were leaving and what's going on.
So diplomatic.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have to do that because I didn't have to. So
Nah, I put it out there. Ain't gonna be no. I hate that because then when people who do stuff sideways, then they like to
say shit,
hide behind the shadows.
Yeah.
And they say stuff, and then me trying to be diplomatic or me trying to not put people on blast, then in certain ways that can end up hurting your character.
Sure.
Like, all right, why can you just disappear all of a sudden? What
No, I think it was definitely. I think you handled it totally perfectly.
And I included her in there too. So I'm like, I ain't talking about nobody. She hearing everything that you're saying.
Right.
So yeah.
I know when you posted that thing the other day and I couldn't see it, I was like, oh, that's why. Shit. I don't generally block people, but they sure be blocking me.
Right. I have nobody blocked on social media.
There's only very few people I block, and there's a reason for that. But I was like, I can't see this. I was like, what is this? I was like, that's why.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's it. We'll come up with some interesting topic for next week. If y'all have any topic ideas or stuff you want to see us talk about, of course, shoot it to us. Other than that, we'll see y'all next week, Tuesday, 8:05 p.m., same time, same place.
Absolutely.
All right, good night, y'all.
Y'all stay safe.
You as well.